into this. So I was just listening to this video. This guy was saying that there's gonna be an asteroid impact come doomsday, 2029 and or 2020 2034. According to scientists, it'll be April 9th, April 14, I believe, 2029. So we have to prepare 4 years from now, right? The world doesn't end, right? But this reminds me of the movie Don't Look Up. It came out in 2021. This is predictive programming. So that's all I gotta say about that. If you watch the movie Netflix, Don't Look Up, that's what it's talking about. Talking about the asteroid hitting the Earth and then everything getting destroyed and people dying and everything. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but it's pretty comedy. It's pretty funny. Some things are stupid. Some parts are stupid about it, but it does like help you understand like what's coming upon this Earth. But the world's not gonna be destroyed by an asteroid. It's not gonna be destroyed by an asteroid. But this is what I wrote right here. It's very similar to the 2021 movie Don't Look Up. What's happening now? Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Now they're talking about an asteroid hitting the Earth. Isn't the predictive programming? Just like the movie Contingent, right before COVID happened, or right before, there was other movies and shows talking about it, especially The Simpsons. She think that's weird. Yeah. Of course they use, they use government knows of catastrophic events before they happen, well in advance. They know. The only reason why they don't say it is because they want to panic anybody. They don't want to panic the masses, the general public like us, right? And let their family members and friends know ahead of time to prepare themselves and go to their bunkers, if possible, while the general public dies up here on the Earth. Interesting, huh? It says in Revelation chapter 6 that the poor and the rich, the kings and the slaves, all of them, they went and they hid themselves in the mountains, and they told us, don't hit us from the wrath of the Lamb, Revelation chapter 6. Pretty interesting. But God is still on his throne and control of everything that goes on in the universe. The world's not going to be destroyed by an asteroid. People are just putting it's fear-mongering. That's all it is. But I'm going to continue reading. So we shouldn't be worried what happens in 2029 or 2034. So if it does happen 4 years from now, we have to prepare ourselves now, right? We have to get our bunkers. We have to get the prep, our food and water and batteries and all that. We should trust in God. That's it. Just trust in God. This is in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean on your understanding, always acknowledge him to direct your paths. Instead, to get us prepared for what's coming next on this earth. I mean, if you survive COVID, you can survive this asteroid that's coming, right? It's not going to destroy the earth. It says in Revelation chapter 8 that 8:11 that there was a star that kept off from the sky. It was like a huge, rock fell from the sky and it hit the earth, and it was named Wormwood. That's the same asteroid that 2029 that the scientists are talking about is going to happen in April 14, 2029. Interesting. Jesus says in Luke 21, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars and upon the earth of the distress of the nations. Oh, they're going to get really scared. It's coming upon the earth. Perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Very interesting, huh? The tidal waves have been hitting. The earthquakes, those huge earthquakes have been hitting. Yeah, Jesus is coming. Men's hearts failing for fear and looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Oh, coming on the earth? He's talking about asteroids? I'm pretty sure he is, yeah. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. The planets, everything's going to be turned upside down. The Book of Revelation teaches that there's like I believe 3 to 4 asteroid impacts upon this Earth, mega giant, impacts. But the world's not gonna end. No, so don't be alarmed. He's gonna end. You know what ends? People's lives end. Every day's the end of the world, but then everybody that dies. About over 150,000 people die each day. Now I think now more than 160,000 people die each day. And the only places to go is heaven or hell. So the only way you get prepared for eternity, for eternity, is if you acknowledge or admit before God you're a sinner before Him. You have broken His law, the 10 Commandments. Taking God's name in vain as a cuss word. You have lied, you have stolen, you have looked upon with lust, and all that, right? Or made yourself an idol, mind. Not only in the image, in shaping it, but in your mind. You made your own God. We have to believe what Jesus Christ did on the cross for the sins. Taking the just punishment we all deserve upon Himself, was buried in a tomb, and resurrection in the body form. We have to put our faith and trust upon Him for salvation alone. We have to believe that He resurrected. He was buried in a tomb and resurrected in dirty body form. We have to believe that. We have to put our faith and trust upon that. Not ourselves, not because we're a good person, not because we do good things, like probably give to the poor, probably you're serving soup kitchens, probably do good things. Yeah. But we're not good. We're only good enough. We're not good enough at all for God. We're reading in Romans chapter 3, there's not one that's good, no, not one. There's no righteous, no, not one. Because everything that we do good before God is counted as filthy rags. We read that in Isaiah 64 verse 6. So, the only one that's good is God, like Jesus said. And one of the definitions of good is moral perfection. None of us are perfect. None of us. We're all messed up. We're all messed up. We're all missed the mark. That's the reason why we have to acknowledge or admit we're sinners before God. Believe what Jesus did for us. Confess that Jesus is Lord and our Savior. That's the only thing will prepare us for eternity. Prepare us for now. If you have money, yeah, you can prepare items and everything. But what about if nothing happens? What about if asteroid does hit and then nothing happens? Like in the movie, Don't Look Up. I don't encourage you to watch it, man. But if you want to just laugh, it's just funny, especially the ending. After the credits, you're gonna laugh. It's just so far how people go, to like fear mongering, telling everybody, oh, the world's gonna end because the asteroid's gonna hit. The world's not gonna end. It didn't end in Noah's time when the flood hit, right? Everything died on the surface, right? Everything got drowned, right? All the wicked, everything that causes sin, everything that got corrupted, got drowned because of sin. It's gonna happen again. Only this time with fire. God's judgment of fire is coming. And if you watch the movie Terminator 2, it's something like that. It's gonna happen. But that's what I want to say today. For you to think about. Again, this video is not to put fear in your heart, but to have faith in God through His Son Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that today for you to think about. God bless you.